nowhere else, and they've never in 79 years done what you're going to see tonight. I'm going to go over it really quickly. Miss Deb's going to join me. I love her. She's our Tupperware gal. I'm going to give you the colors, and we'll get into all the details. A little heads up. Just want you to make sure you get your favorite color when you see this. So brand new world launch of brand new silhouettes. First off, it's a whopping 14-piece kit. That's great. It's heritage. It's got the same great lids we love, etc., etc. But now we have brand new sizes. It's the largest set we've ever done. It's the most versatile set we've ever done. Your first color right here is going to be the beautiful blue. All right, check this out. Okay, purple girls, come on, purple alert. This one's called Sorbet. When we did the purple sorbet color, I think a year ago, the purple sold out by morning. So by this morning, last year, we sold out of the purple. So we're calling it Sorbet. So if you already have last year's version, it's a whole different set. And you want to continue on, get it, just want to give you a heads up there. Pink, love the pink. It's very sweet. It's very feminine. The coral, I think, is absolutely gorgeous in the kitchen. Right up above here, we've got this really pretty sunny yellow that I love. So there's the yellow. Coming down over here, we have the green. I have it all condensed, so you can see it doesn't take up a lot of space in your counter. So there's the, can you see the green? Not really. There you go, there's the green. And then finally, always the fan favorite right here is gonna be your giant set, and that's called the multicolor, where you get every single color in the collection, which is huge. You are getting one 11 4 cup. You're getting one 16.9 cup. Or so you get 11 cup, a 16.9 cup. You're getting 2 of the 3.8 cups, 1 of the 5 cup, 1 of the 7.5 cup, and 1 of the 7.6 cup. Talk about value, because Tupperware does it for us only. This would be $93. For today, it's $44.95, which is awesome. We reduced the shipping on it, and we even have a whopping 5 flex pays. You can get your new Tupperware for $9 on any major credit card. All right, Deb Murray's joining me. She is our Tupperware ambassador, and she's been on HSN for many years. Hi.
How are you?
I'm so glad you did the purple.
It's
for
my
the
favorite
sorbet.
color.
For the sorbet.
I was really trying to channel that. But I mean, who wouldn't love to have canisters in that gorgeous color? And I thought the dress would remind us of where Tupperware started back in the 40s, the 50s. I mean, Tupperware has been around 79 years. Yeah. Lifetime warranties. They've been offering all that time, but they've been empowering women. They've been helping homes to be a better home. So I'm proud to be an ambassador of it. But look at how big.
Yeah, you can pick that big. This is almost taller than Deb. By the way, yeah, look at this. This is now. What is the world launch? What's the newness?
All right, so the newness of it is the sheerness. Now, why did we do sheer? Well, for instance, a lot of times when I go to the pantry and I was looking to see, oh, I know the pink is my flour, but how much do I have left? So now you still have the color, but you can see what's inside of it. And we've never offered that before in 79 years. Now, I did have someone say to me on one of my Facebook pages, they're like, well, you can see through it. It must be thinner. No, this is a brand new technology where we could keep that very strong, firm polymer that we could actually stand on. We're giving you that amazing heritage lid, that sunburst lid that you adore. But by the sheer, now it's easy to see what's inside your container, and we can see how much we have left. And this is what you asked for. You, the consumer, you that have been following us on HSN, that have been coming out by the tractor trailer load to order our products. This is what you said. Right. I want to know what's inside of them. So now you get
and
the
I'm
color.
super visual, so I like to see what's inside stuff.
Precisely.
I don't. If I can't see it, I don't use it, which is really weird.
Well, now it answers everyone's questions. So again, this is the largest capacity we've ever done before.
Gosh.
So you're getting the one. This is the 7.6. We call this our cookie canister. So look at how beautiful all of those, over a dozen jumbo cookies. They'll stay great in here because of that iconic seal for months and months. You can even use your elbow to lock it in. Just press the center. That's the spot. When you press there, if you have dexterity issues, you get that incredible seal. You're getting 2 of they're 3.8, but you're calling them 4 cups. They come in the blue, but you can see for baking, I can see my marshmallows, I can see my sprinkles. I know exactly what's in there. Then you're getting the green, and this is, I believe, like the 5 cup, and we've got granola in here. This is the 7.6, This is the 17 cups, for goodness sake.
Right.
And then this is basically the 8 cups. But that's the largest capacity of any canister set we've ever offered. And again, exclusive to HSN, and this is brand new technology.
I do want to show you too, when it's all collapsed down,
Yes.
how convenient it is, because it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Everything
You know, a lot of
nests.
times you've got the old bowls and the old lids, and none of them match and none of them fit together. And you're like, why do I keep all these old plasticky bowls and stuff in there? It's not Tupperware. If you've got Tupperware, that's an heirloom. Like, that's been passed down, right? So I like the fact that you just don't have a bunch of scattered stuff in your kitchen. It's all very, very condensed and very convenient. So while you are getting the largest variety we've done and the largest capacity we've done ever. I mean, it's huge. It's amazing.
Enormous.
Look at that. All of that fits right here, which I love. It's so
love
well
that.
thought out.
I mean, and that's the thing about the innovation, the quality, the way they stand behind the product, but it's also understanding, you know, not everyone has a pantry as large as a house. They know that a lot of us are trying to keep things organized, but we only have so much space. So they've thought of everything, and they've built incredible quality. This is something that my precious bonus mom gave me. This is older than I am, and I'm 63 years old.
Wow.
It still looks like brand new, and that's the legacy of Tupperware.
Yeah.
We were the first ones to invent any storageware. There was no storageware until Tupperware. And now 79 years later, we're still bringing you the greatest innovations that are in the marketplace, and now at a lower price than ever before.
That's amazing.
And only here. But I love how glamorous they are. Like, look here for the flour. You can tell exactly the flour. And I had a young lady that wrote to me on my Facebook page, and she said, Deb, is the canister large enough to do a 5-pound bag of flour? So I wanted to do this for you live. That's a lot of flour, right? All you do.
And it's an ugly bag.
It's not a pretty bag, but look at that, all the way to the top.
Oh, it's perfect.
Isn't that perfect?
Yeah.
And again, these tall canisters are perfect. You give it a little press and good to go. And I can see as I'm using it just how much is in there.
You know, I love what you mentioned. You said a younger gal wrote you. I love it because younger people are jumping into the Tupperware craze. They do love it. And they love it because it's obviously good for the environment, because, again, you're not using the plastic zippy bags. You're not throwing away all those little cheap plastic things that you get at the grocery store. I mean, this literally is designed and guaranteed. They have a limited lifetime warranty. You can go online and you can look it up and see it on their website to learn about it. But they truly stand behind their product. That's why it's so darn iconic. By the way, the famous iconic salt shakers are finally in the show. I have never had them, and they bring back a flood of memories for me, and they're coming up in our show today. So if you remember the old, like the
hourglass.
The hourglass, I see them over there, and I'm so pumped. We actually are going to present them tonight. But this is really the amazing value. This is almost $100.
Right.
And so we're basically 50% off what it would cost. I want to go over the colors again, because we have a lot of choices here. So there's a lot of different options. First off, we have that beautiful blue. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I'm sorry? Okay, so that's, I'll get an update. That's already pretty popular. The sorbet. Please remember, a year ago, Deb and I stood in Florida, in the studio in Florida, and this sold out by morning, the purple version. Now, this is a whole different version, guys. It's a better value than ever. But if you love that purple, order the sorbet. And again, that one sold out first, very early. It was funny, when Deb was on later in the day, there was only a couple left. That's always what happens, right? And then thousands of people had no idea that that was even an option that day, a year ago. Then we've got the pink, pretty in pink. I just think it's soft, it's pretty. I think it looks lovely in a kitchen. In your refrigerator, look great. The coral, I really love the coral. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Now, we also have the sunny yellow. Yellow just makes me happy. You know what I mean? And by the way, this is now the most limited. Yellow just brightens a kitchen. It just makes you, or you open up your fridge when you see all this stuff in there, all your Tupperware, it just looks so yummy. Now, we also have the green, and this is collapsed down, so it just once again shows you how little space it takes. And then always, 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 the multicolor is the #1 most popular, because you get every color, and it is indeed the most popular tonight. I do want to mention over here, we do have, if you want to get, we have a 6-piece set of the bowls. So if you want something a little extra, I love this for doing dressings. It's got little desserts. You can do any kind of, your dips could be in here. If you're doing a salsa and you want to really keep it fresh in your fridge, this is a 12-piece set. It's the mini bowl set. It's on sale for $29.95. And note too, we also have 5 flex on that. And did you notice? free shipping. So you get free shipping on that, which is super awesome and exciting.
Is amazing.
Okay, so let's jump back into this a little bit.
So one of the things I would like to do with them too is at the low price that you have and the flexible payment that you have, I want you to think outside the canister world. Don't just think your pantry. Think about, what about doing giftables? Like I do a lot of auctions and charity items. How instead of a basket at the low price, I don't know what the price per piece breaks down to, but I know it's not very much money at all. But think about, you could do this to make a beautiful little beauty basket with it. You can keep things like your things in the garage or in the gardening area. You can keep your crafts. I mean, you're a crafter.
Oh, I'm a huge crafter.
I mean, how amazing, putting all your little beads in the smaller containers.
Yeah.
But again, another thing when we're thinking about canisters, I always think pantry, but this is perfect for ice cream. You know, put your ice cream in it.
Your homemade ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the perfect containers for storage. And now, for the first time ever, you're available in sheer. I absolutely guarantee you, you will love these with all your heart. My heart has just been racing since I saw them. The colors are spectacular.
Beautiful.
Look at that. And again, all of them with a heritage lid, one press in the center, and every lid gives you that airtight seal. And you know, Suzanne, not to put a damper on our fun little party that we're having, but groceries are at the highest I've ever seen in my life. Like they're not going anywhere. They're very high. We need to protect our investment. We need to keep our brown sugar from clumping and turning into a rock that you have to throw away. You want to keep your cereal from getting stale.
Yeah.
You want to keep your pasta from getting the little mealy bugs in there. Right on down to just something as silly as snacks. Now, snacks are $5 and $6 a bag.
Yeah.
Okay, $5 and $6 a bag. When you open these, don't eat the whole bag because you're gonna lose the money. Put them in here. Look at how pretty the orange just looks in that sorbet.
Well, I gotta tell you too, also it's the season where we go to picnics. You know, we're going out to picnics. Maybe you have a boat and you're taking food out on the boat. This is great just for that. It's so practical because nothing's gonna spill out of it. It's gonna stay fresh. You could put it in your cooler and not worry about water sogging. For me, if you guys get those subs, you could put a couple, you could put several half subs in here in the big guy. Close that up and put it in the cooler and not have a soggy mess. Also, a fun thing we used to do with our subs, because we get subs when we go out in the boat, would be we'd have all the fixins separate.
Right.
So you could have your main sub with the meats in the big guy, right?
And then get the
or even use the smaller ones here for the pickles and the lettuce, and keep all that fresh and separate. Because if you put them together, by the time you eat it, all the fixins has made the bread soggy. So that's a trick, and this would be the perfect set to do that because they're very large.
And they go better in the cooler where they're more vertical.
Oh, true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
and again, they stack so perfectly. So there's so many applications for this. Camping, you know, getting them for the garage, getting them as giftables. You know, you don't see me on HSN very often. And the reason is, when I come to HSN, the relationship between HSN and Tupperware is this. It has to be something that nowhere else in the world can have. You can look all over online and you are not going to find the sheer. You're not going to see this configuration. You're never going to see these price points. So in order for us, because we don't want to hurt our home parties.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? We have a business all globally where families are still inviting guests to their home and selling products from home and having businesses like that. But what we want to do is we want to get the brand in more folks' homes. So we come up with prices and configurations that are unmatched. That's why you need to load up when you see these kind of prices. Like even our dealers load up on them because they can't get them at these kind of prices.
Well, and understand, nobody else can even get the sheer. Like this is Tupperware gone glam. You know, this is this next level of Tupperware, and yet the same quality that we knew and loved for 79 years.
Almost 80 years.
Yeah, and literally heirloom pieces you can pass down. I mean, come on, when was the last time you passed down a plastic, whipped cream bowl that you cleaned out and used for something? No, you throw those out, right? And it's such a waste. When you invest in Tupperware, it's there for your lifetime. I mean, it's probably going to outlive you and I, easily. All right, I do need to update. You can see the sold screen. We've been on the air for just a couple of minutes, and we've now sold almost 1,300 that fast. The #1 most popular back here is going to be your multi, and it always is. It's always the most popular. It's because you get a little color of everything. And I'll tell you what's really fun is when you put these in, whether it's your cabinet or your refrigerator or wherever, when you go to open it up, it's such a welcoming sight. It's like, oh my gosh, like if you put it in the fridge and you open the fridge and you see all the sorbet color, the purple in there, or the multicolors, I think it just makes you happy.
It does. And I do think color is all about that. And when the colors first came out, when Tupperware first came out, it was during the Depression, and the colors that they had were the same things as Depression glass. They found that the clear just didn't evoke emotion. When I look at some of these, and sometimes when I talk about some of these, I can remember the very first time that I went to the Tupperware party with my grandmother, and I mean, those were tremendous memories of mine, like the games, the snacks, the colors, the demonstration. You know, one of the things that started the whole Tupperware party was Brownie Weiss. She was a stay-at-home mom. She had a 10-year-old son. She was single. Wow. And she was selling vacuums door to door and went, you know what, this isn't very practical. I'd rather have people at my house. So she had these patio parties. And when she saw the first Tupperware in the hardware store, she ended up buying thousands of pieces because that's what she sold by doing this. She would take the Tupperware, she would fill it with water, and there was no storage containers at that time, but Earl Tupper invented the storageware so that it would have the lid just like a paint can, so that no air would get in, protecting your investment, nothing could come out, not making a mess and not breaking. And that's where billions of pieces, like I think 20 billion pieces of Tupperware have been sold today. Billion.
20 billion.
Billion.
And remember,
I think that's a low estimate.
And here's what's funny, and they last and last and last.
Oh, yeah.
So people are coming back and getting more and more and more.
Exactly.
Which is pretty cool.
What I love about the Gen Z kids and the millennials, they care about our planet. And this is not that stuff that's going into your landfill. This is not the one-time use. This is the ones that will be like my bonus mom that you're going to give to somebody. You're going to have, you go on eBay right now and there's more $30 and $40 and $50 pieces of Tupperware on eBay because it's indestructible. It's beautiful. And again, it evokes emotion. We all love those nostalgia feelings. I was at Channel 8 one day and one of the security guards went, my heart, my heart. And I was like, are you okay? She goes, no, those are like my grandma's. When she saw the lid, she was so touched, and I actually gave her a few pieces. Aww. And you could see it was a very important moment to her. It brought back those memories. And that's what this is all about. This is about saving money. It's about being practical. It's about being organized. It's about the color. But it's also, Smithsonian Institute has a booth on Tupperware. Oh my gosh. I mean, Tupperware is part of the fabric of our American culture. Yes. I mean, it is a global brand now, but that 79 years, how many businesses are still around after 79
and beloved.
And
you know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, it's another whatever. It's just Tupperware. Like it's all, we all know the name. If you don't know the name, then you were born yesterday. Really, seriously. Because it is that iconic. Now, I know we're busy. If you guys can, you want to go to hsn.com. Honest to goodness, it's a couple clicks and you're done and you've grabbed your color. We've sold 1,400. We've got hundreds of you on the phone. It happens every time Deb's here. Now, this is important to realize too, because maybe you don't know this, but they only do 2 today's specials a year with us. We did one in January. It sold out. We're doing today's. We always do one in July. Perfect time to get it. They're year-round, obviously, but get it today because once this is done, we will not do another today's special until January of next year. Great gift ideas too. Maybe you want to break them up and give them pieces to people. I loved your idea of the little baskets.
I love it.
There's so many cool things you can do with
it. Flowers.
I loved this.
All right,
that was so clever.
I love the fact that you buy vases, and what are you going to do with a vase afterwards?
Right.
Like it absolutely has no value to you whatsoever. Right. But what I did was I took the 5-cup. And I've actually just went and bought some beautiful flowers at the produce stand today. And again, we could have put a leaf in here where it's sheer so you wouldn't have seen the foam. Cool. Yeah. But, and then when I'm not using it as my vase, I can store brown sugar in there. I mean, that's the versatility of it.
Look how pretty it is. You'd never know that was Tupperware. Like if if you had, that sitting in your living room, you would never know that's actually a Tupperware piece. And yesterday it might have your cereal in it.
Precisely. But as you're so crafty and creative, like we could have put a really beautiful like banana leaf in there. Oh gosh. So that would have even added more to it and see through it. But I love that they're see-through. I love that nowhere have they ever offered this before. Like when I look here, I know that that's brown sugar. Yes. But it's not just brown sugar in your face. It's beautiful, dainty pink that makes you feel all happy inside. Like this is like that. My Yvonne Swanson, she loves pink. Everything in her house is pink, one of my fans. But this is like that baby girl pink.
Yeah, it's soft.
And then this is like the baby boy pink. So maybe if you're having some gender reveal parties coming up, maybe you're having some,
do a pink collection.
Oh my gosh, they'll be so excited.
How cute would that be?
And put their little diapers in there and their little
socks and all that
you
stuff.
could just really trick it out. And then
Really
once they get a little further into it, they'll actually use it for storage. But how about that instead of a box and wrapping paper?
So cute.
When you break it down, folks, I mean, these are, we could buy the disposable stuff for what we're buying these for today. And they're not going to give you a lifetime warranty. These can now go in the dishwasher. These are BPA free. These are works of art.
See, that's huge, guys. BPA free too, right?
Huge.
So it's huge. Like, that's a big, big deal. You want to make sure. That's just a little FYI from Deb to you.
Yep.
Make sure it's BPA free. Yeah, that's a big deal.
A lot of times I'll get people on my Facebook page and they just, you know, they'll go, well, you don't put it, it can't go in the microwave. And I go, it can, but it's not going to, we're not going to give you a lifetime warranty on it.
Right.
Like, it's just not going to look as nice. We have certain materials that we create that can go in the microwave. But that's what I love about Tupperware. Right. They don't just tell you what you want and then run away when it's no good.
Right.
You know, if we're going to be in business for 80 years and we're going to tell you we're going to make sure that your canisters work for another 80 to 100 years, we're going to tell you how to take care of them.
Right.
We're going to tell you what's not recommended for it to last another 80 years.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we do have Tupperware
But by the
pieces.
way, it's dishwasher safe.
Yes, dishwasher safe,
which is great. You can put it in dishwasher, which is awesome.
It makes it so much easier for
easier.
cleanup. But we didn't do that initially. We had to develop the polymer to get there. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
We just keep developing and developing. Again, world launch. We've never offered sheer before. What does that mean for you? The sheer gives you the color, but it allows you to see what's inside. And you asked for it. You wrote to us. You wrote to Tupperware. You've been asking and you've been asking. And again, you can't go to another store in America or in Europe or in China or anywhere and find this. It's only at HSN.
And again, I got to show you, this is almost as tall as Deb is, almost taller than she is. This is what you're getting. This is crazy. Yeah. Hold it steady.
I glued it
I'm just going to slide. I've got to step back. We
it
can't
shows
even.
you the
Wait,
configuration.
keep going, keep going, keep. There we go. Now you can see you're getting all of this.
Yep.
Seriously, it's almost a $100 value, and you're getting it for basically half off, which is amazing.
So,
hey, Kevin, can you do us a favor? Can you divide and do the math for me? I know we have the graphics, but can you divide 14 into 44? And we'll try to figure it out.
Good deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not clever enough to hold this and do math in my head at the same time.
So
but
cute.
look at the size on this. This is the largest configuration. It is a world launch. We've never, ever, and no one has these.
Nobody.
They knocked themselves out to be able to do an incredible today's special.
I'm so proud.
Okay, wait. You ready for this?
What they do for you?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you the price per piece, and then we're going to look at the graphics. Okay, so it's $3 per piece. $3 per piece for Tupperware, right? Now, let's go to the main graphics, if you don't mind, the big graphics. This is a $93 price point. So it's $93.05. Okay, and remember, we're at $3 a piece.
Wow.
So now divide all that, and truly, there's where you get the magic. I mean, it is a unprecedented value that Tupperware's done for this today's special.
Precisely.
Okay, now I do want to give you a color update
so
too, because I'm a little concerned about the multi, of course. Blue, love the blue. It's just pretty, it's sweet. Love the idea of the gender
Baby
reveal.
pop
That's
shower.
actually the second most popular. Sorbet. Sorbet sold out by the AM. By the morning, when Deb went back live after we launched last year's version, the sorbet was gone. So that didn't even last all day. We've got that really sweet pink that I love. I think the coral's gorgeous. I love coral anyway. We've got our sunny yellow. If you really want to pick me up in your kitchen, it's the yellow. And by the way, we're under 1,000 left in the yellow.
They were selling the fastest.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
And I do, because I think it's just so sunny
beautiful.
and pretty. You know, it's pretty and happy. The Greens Classic, we love that. The multi. All right, of the 1,700 we've now sold, 700 of that 1,700 have been in multi alone. And it is always the most popular when we offer it. And all the pieces reduced down to a very small size. So it's not taking up a huge footprint in your cabinet space. If you're short on space, but you want to get organized, this is amazing. I was thinking earlier too, I mean, think if you're having a party, you want to prep for a party, or you're prepping for a meal. Maybe you're having the family over for a picnic. And you want to do all the prep. These are the best prep containers.
They are the best prep containers. And again, the best thing about them is the way they stack so perfectly. Like, again, you can see vertically how it stacks, but whether it's in your pantry, whether it's in your freezer, you can see that they stack just perfectly, sit evenly on top of one another. Some of the other designs we have can wobble over. Like, I loved what you pointed out in a cooler. When you put these in a cooler, you can get so much more in the cooler by using the canister shape and design. Canister usually implies dry goods, but you can put anything you want in there. We could could fill them with,
I mean, it's your salsa,
sangria
your
and
potatoes.
take it
Yeah,
with us.
I mean, it's your salsa, your potato salad. It's going to be your chips and the big guy. And we'll give you the sizes again. You're getting 14 pieces. So you get the 11 cup is one of them with the lid.
Okay, I'll show you that
You want to do
one.
it? There's
That's the 11 cup.
That's the 11 cup. You get these almost 17 cup.
Right, that's this one that I got the cheese puffs
There you
in.
go. That's huge. You're getting 2 of the 3.8 cups.
Right.
2 of those guys.
Those are so pretty.
You're getting 1 of the 5 cup.
That's this one.
Okay, and you're getting 1 of the 7.5 cup.
There you go.
And then you're
This
getting
one.
1 of the 7.6 cup.
Yes.
Oh, I see. It's a different
That's
shape.
the
Okay.
7. Yes. So this is the cookie canister that we normally sell for like $30 each.
Okay, by
just so you
itself.
know.
Yeah.
And then this is the same one, same
The
capacity.
7.5, 7.6.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. They just give us a different shape to use.
Exactly.
Okay,
the
got
lower
it.
footprint on
Easy,
that.
easy, easy. All right. And again, we have, if you want, I love these little bowls because they're so cute. It's actually a 12-piece set of the smaller bowls. You actually get 2 different sizes. And also, let me double check the colors on that. So you're getting the 12-piece mini bowl set. We have multi, pink, purple, and coral available. And that's got free shipping. So if you want the free shipping and you want to get a couple more pieces, this is awesome to do that. Let's talk a little bit about the lid. Let's say someone has lived under a rock for a long time and they do not understand the Tupperware story. Why is the lid so special?
So there's many different lids that we manufacture. Okay, so we have the Wendelier, we have the Bloom lid. There's just like, there's a repertoire of, but for some reason, especially even with Gen Zers, this particular sunburst lid, people that have dexterity issues, this is their favorite. Because the other ones, we'd have to go around the sides and then you burp and but that's what you had to do to get them perfect. This is all you do. You press right there in the center and it gives you that incredible, and you can see all the way around. You have a perfect seal with just one press of the button. And that's what's resonated with our customers. This is what they've asked for, and this is what you guys come out for by the tractor trailer load. This is the one that you want. Again, we've never, ever offered sheer. Not to any even home parties. This has never been available on any other method. This was designed for our HSN viewer.
It's awesome.
Isn't it beautiful?
And I'm super
they're
visual. I
works of
like to
art.
open up my fridge or my cabinet and know
see
what's in there. I really
Exactly.
do. Because for me, if it's out of sight, out of mind, I'll forget what it is.
Precisely.
I don't remember what's in there. I'm like, what did I put in there? I don't really want to open up to look at it. So I really love the fact that you can see it. But it still has the rich
dainty
color that we love.
yes,
Like
exactly.
it's really it's beautiful actually.
It is. I mean, I think that anyone can do clear. And initially, in the very early days, we had clear and no color when they first started in the 60s, I remember. But it is the color that really draws you to Tupperware because it just makes you feel happy inside. But look at everything inside of these now. Like, these are just cereal, but doesn't that look like a work of art? Like, even my granola, I mean, everything looks refreshing. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better when you look at it, and that's what we want to do. When we look at our pantry, we don't want to go in there and see clutter. We don't want to go in there and go, oh no, how much brown sugar do I have left, and have to dig through and open it. This is solving every single problem anyone's ever had with their pantry. But now, get several sets. Like Suzanne said, use it for ice cream, use it for leftovers, put it in your cooler,
Prep.
put 2 subs in here or wraps in here. Use it for cookies or use
Or a
it
salad.
for...
Like if you're taking a salad to work,
Precisely.
use
That's
that
perfect.
the one over there,
Oh,
that
yeah,
one. Like if
that
you're
would
taking
be
a nice
outstanding.
salad to work, it'd be
Precisely.
perfect for that.
And I love it too for like crackers. With my catering business, I'm telling you to go and buy new boxes of crackers on a regular basis, it's not practical.
Right.
But when you put crackers in here, they'll last for years.
Well, let me ask you this question because I think it's really important, and you kind of addressed it a little bit. When was the last time you cleaned out your cabinet or you cleaned out your refrigerator? How much bad food did you have to throw away? Or
Gosh,
food you forgot it, or oh, my cabinet I dug in the back and found, well, let's say you pulled out flour and it had the little bugs in it because it's been back there for so long because it wasn't sealed properly. Or maybe it was cereal. You spent kids' cereal is so expensive.
So
And if it, in the summertime too, when that humidity hits it, nobody wraps it up correctly and it goes bad, that is literally throwing money away. Imagine the last time you had to do a big clean out, how much money did you throw away versus getting the Tupperware tonight and literally using them for the rest of your life? I mean, to me, I look at it that way financially
that.
because this is gonna help keep things fresher longer because you're using Tupperware.
And for the price of a chip clip.
It's actually, yeah, $3 a piece. $3 a piece. That's actually so true.
Cost more.
That is actually so true. All right, guys, once again, here's the value. It's $93. We're basically half off, a little more than 50% off, which is huge. You get the largest configuration, the largest storage capacity we've done. It is our last and final Tupperware Today special of the entire year. We've now sold, we're edging up very close to 2,000. By the time the hour's done, we'll be well over a couple thousand. And by the way, this is the only airing. Next hour, I've got electronics, so this is your one chance. Why, Deb, do I like midnight? Because I got all the colors. By far, of the 2,000 that are now gone, the vast majority is going to be in the multi. We've got the green, the coral, the yellow. We've got the pink, the sorbet is that fabulous purple. And then, of course, we have the blue. All colors are still available. That's why I like midnight, because you can get the color you want. Get the color you want, especially if you want to get the multi now.
Yeah,
so the multi is a big deal. All right, really quickly, let me tell you about the 12-piece. These are the smaller containers, which I love. They're great for
perfect.
Oh, they're perfect dips, dressing, salads. You know, little
meal prep.
Meal prep would be
Kid snack.
amazing. And again, same shear.